Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Destiny video. And in this video, I am talking exotics. House of Wolves exotics to be precise. I put up a couple of videos about exotic items coming to the House of Wolves a while ago, but back then all we had were icons. Meaning we didn't really know, seeing as some of the icons can sometimes be quite misleading, what the items exactly look like. However, Bungie recently updated their website with this rather awesome image grid, which gives us a sneak peek at a wide range of items. Not just exotics, but also vendor gear, trials gear, and even Prisoner of Elder stuff. So, I figured I'd pull out all the exotic images and go over what they are and what they do. Do bear in mind that the pictures are only teasers, so we can't see the whole thing, but at least it gives you an idea. Anyway, let's get it started. First up, there are 3 items for each class: Hunter, Titan, and Warlock. Plus, there are 2 currently known weapons, and possibly one yet to be announced. If it's anything like the dot below, then we'll get 2 weapons, and the third will be a PlayStation exclusive. As of yet, that hasn't been announced or shown, but I do have a couple of potential ideas from that image grid. Anyway, let's take a more detailed look at these. First up, Hunter. We have an exotic helmet, the Exotac Angel Hunter, and the special perk on this item is Angel Hunter, which gives you increased weapon accuracy after jumping. Now that is an interesting one, and that is something I do really want to try out, because I have noticed in Destiny, when trying to pull off sort of jump shots, I do find that a lot of the time, even though my sightlines are on the enemy, it doesn't seem to land. So an exotic item that does actually increase my stability could actually be really cool in a PvP environment. Plus, just look at it. I mean, even if the perk isn't exactly what I want, it looks really, really cool. It's kind of got that sort of Tengu look to it. I mean, not quite, but it's sort of like, that's what I kind of think of when I see it. Then you have some exotic gauntlets, Ikahika's hooks. And the special perk on these means that if you hit an enemy with a melee attack whilst invisible, it will inflict damage over time. In other words, think of it like a poison. I'm just going to put it out there, I'm going to say this right now, these right here, I need these. My current setup for my Blademaster Hunter is the Don't Touch Me gauntlets, so that I can go invisible when I get hit, but I also go invisible when I melee with Blink Strike, when I crouch, and when I use my super. So basically it's an invisibility build. But give me these instead, and pair that up with my Thorn, and I'll just be like a camouflage snake, poisoning people from the shadows. Kinda reminds me of my rogue days back in Warcraft. I'm going to be hated so badly, but seriously, these look so cool. I mean, the scarab on the arm just looks really, really awesome. And I've got to say, sort of going forward, the exotics from Vanilla Destiny are awesome. The ones in the dark below, they look really cool, even though some people might not favour the perks. But I've got to say, going forward, every kind of iteration of Destiny just seems to have cooler looking exotics. These look so awesome. Just please, Bungie, say they actually change colour with shaders, because it really annoys me when my Don't Touch Me gauntlets are blue and everything else is not. Anyway, I digress. Moving on, we also have these, the Unremarkable Bones, with the perk Not Bound by Law. And this upgrades double jump with an additional jump, meaning that if you're on Blade Dancer, you could effectively have triple jump. Then moving over to the Titan, we have this badass looking helmet, the Eternal Warrior. Now the icon for this already looks cool, but seeing it up close and personal, albeit through a preview, shows that it has this really cool stone effect. The perk for this is Resolute, which provides Unstoppable for Fist of Havoc. Then you have some exotic gauntlets, the ACD-0 Feedback Fence, with the special perk Wrath Conductors. Taking damage from a melee attack deals damage to the area around you. In other words, if someone punches you, you're going to be dishing out some nasty AoE damage. These look like something straight out of Deus Ex, but I think these are going to be pretty nasty for both subclasses, to be honest. If you think about it, have these when you pop a bubble, then it's going to get pretty hectic inside, especially if someone tries to come in and melee you. And on the flip side, if you jump with Fist of Havoc, and they similarly try to melee you, well, let's just hope for their sake that they don't, because it's not going to end very well. Then next up we have these, the Peregrine Greaves. Exotic legs, with the special perk Peregrine Strike. Shoulder charge deals bonus damage when activated in the air. And lastly, we have the Warlock. And this is why I'm glad we have these pictures, because the Warlock had some pretty misleading icons. This is the Ram, and as we know from seeing the full size picture, this thing is quite possibly the most insane, most awesome looking exotic in the game. I think I'd probably crap myself if I saw a Warlock running towards me with this. Anyway, the special perk for this one is Quintessence Transfer, disorient enemies after using Radiance. Then you have these, the Nothing Manacles, which I said before looked like ARC versions of the Sunbreakers based on the icon, but seeing the teaser image we can see they are in fact more Void versions, which makes sense given the Voidwalker. Special perk on these is the Cold Equation, kills with Void Light, grants a shield. And lastly you have an exotic chest, the Purifier Robe, with the special perk Burn Brighter, ignited enemies explode. So, as you can see, having seen all of these together, there are some pretty insane looking items. But what about weapons? Well, right now we know of 2. The Vesta 347 Dynasty, which is an exotic scout rifle that deals kinetic damage and has 2 perks, David and Goliath. Goliath provides the player with increased armor for 15 seconds after landing non-precision kills, whilst David provides increased agility for 15 seconds after landing precision kills. Now, I'm not 100% sure if the image on the right is actually the Vesta 347 Dynasty, but from the images on the site, it's the only one that seemed remotely likely. So apologies if it's wrong, but either way, that's what I think. And the other one we have is the Lord of Wolves, an exotic solar damage shotgun. Special perk is Devil's Touch. Successfully landing several hits has the chance to set your opponent on fire, causing damage over time. We actually have a full picture of this one, as you can see here, and it does look pretty damn insane. This could actually be a really good one for bosses or higher level enemies that you wouldn't normally kill with say 2 shotgun rounds. Instead you jump in, land a few shots quickly, set them on fire and try and run out. It might actually make shotguns viable on bosses which would normally just stamp you out with a one-hit kill. Now, as mentioned, that is only 2. As of yet, the third weapon has yet to be announced. But if you do remember back in the dot below, we got 3 weapons, one of which was a PlayStation exclusive. So I would assume that we could expect the same this time round. And with that being said, here are my 2 speculations. I don't know what they are, what they're called, or what they do. But on the left, this looks like a hand cannon, and seems rather fallen in design. While on the right, this could be a sniper rifle, a fusion rifle, a pulse rifle, anything with a scope really. I really don't know, but from the images on the site, these jumped out as potentially special. Some of the other weapons in the photo grid are quite obviously from say vendors, like Vanguard or things like that, and then some of the other ones by design look like they come from the Prison of Elders, but these are the only ones I couldn't quite place. So therefore, that's my reason behind thinking potentially one of them could be an exotic. I'm just going to say it right now, please, if one of them is a hand cannon, don't make it a PlayStation exclusive. I love hand cannons and I need that in my life. You can have any of the other ones, take the shotgun, take the Vesta 347 Dynasty, I don't mind. Just give me that hand cannon. But either way, when I know more, I will let you guys know. But for now, that, my friends, brings me to the end of this video. There are more armor pieces shown in the grid, and I may cover those in separate videos over the coming weeks, but for now, that's a quick look at the exotics we can expect to see in the House of Wolves. Let me know in the comments down below which one is your favourite, and which one you definitely want to use in your loadout. And thank you very much for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.